Hi, Irish Rose. How are you? Yes. Questions are $30, and and you get a 6-minute reading. And you get your choice of card, crystal ball, energy, or obsidian mirror reading. Hola, Clarissa. Senorita Clarissa. What doing? Oh, why do you feel you? You still feel connected to that energy from earlier? Oh, gotcha. Hi, Psychic Eve. Hi, Donna. Readings are $30, and you get a 6-minute reading, and you get your choice of crystal ball, obsidian mirror, card, or energy reading. Oh, yeah. LOL. I'm doing wonderful, Psychic Eve. Link is in the bio for payment methods. What are you up to? Sodalite, you need to find a home. I agree, Clarissa. Sodalite needs to find a home. Feel a nice blue energy on this. Oh, you were? You were, Eve? I right. Let's see if we can get the get the little shines in it. I know, right? Trying to get kind of like a brighter shine on it. Oh, there was a shine just now. Yeah, I could imagine. It's been like 4 years since its last term. And he's been through a lot too. Oh no, this one's not for sale, Clarissa. This one's mine. Clarissa's trying to sell off the crystals I have. Now Clarissa, yeah, I figured, Clarissa. Yeah, as soon as I said that, I was like, she's gonna claim it. So what are you up to today, Psychic Eve? And I'm sending positive energy to everyone. Oh, I think Psychic Eve ended up leaving. Hi, Raw. What's going on? How are you doing? Just sat down for dinner. Oh, fun. Well, it's good to have you here. Yes, the purple rose definitely needs to find a home. How are you? Welcome back, Psychic Eve. I got the Super 7 over here too. Right there. Yep, that one's mine. Of course, you want to probably claim it. Oh, look, there's a face. Kinda looks like a frog. I know it is, isn't it? Hi, Sam. What are you up to? Alright, let's see what we got for readings. In terms of what I feel to show everyone. I got my package. I am in love. Oh, good, Karma. How'd you love your crystal? Hi, Veronice. If you want a reading, they're $30, and link is in the bio for payments. The reading lasts 6 minutes, and you can get your choice of crystal ball, card, obsidian mirror, or energy reading. Oh, good. Yes, it is strong energy, Karm. Biggest crystal I own. Yes, that one was no joke. Good. I'm glad you liked it, Karma. All right, let's see what cards we got. This came up again. This is telling me that a lot of people are kind of dealing with those inner demons right now, and those negative energies that are keeping people from growing as a whole. This is my ancient card. This is an advisory that for whoever is kind of in here or is seeing this right now, that you may be dealing with a lot of negative energy. And it's time to kind of offload that and get rid of it. And sometimes this one even comes up as a warning that entities or black magic may be present in kind of your vicinity or your energy. So this is kind of a stern warning that a lot of whatever energies that you're dealing with right now, it's time to make a shift on it. Hi Evelyn, if you want a reading, they're $30 and they last 6 minutes, and the link is in the bio. But I'm glad you like your crystal, Karm. Yeah, it was a big one that you ended up getting. I'm doing great. I am doing great. Karm. But yeah, that card just, this card mainly serves as a warning. This card right here. I wanted to show it. But this has been kind of showing up a lot lately. And the number is 4 on it, which is very interesting. I saw 444 earlier today. So I wonder if it's warning that maybe removals are going to be coming up for some people. Yes, Clarissa? I've been seeing angel numbers non-stop for months, and it has not stopped. Yeah, it can be indicative of a lot of change going to be coming in a positive way. Can absolutely be indicative of a lot of change coming in. I felt that's what it was thinking, especially for being on fire with praying. Yep. I'm gonna have to do some things. What energy do I want to send off? Oh, to everyone. Let's send quartz energy off. How does that feel? Everyone, how does this energy feel? You like that, Raw? My boys were fussing at 11:30 p.m. last night. Really? You know, there's a good energy that actually kind of calms down people who are fussing. Is Peach Moonstone. This helps to really kind of calm the energy in the environment. In fact, a crystal grid would be very useful for that. Having a little crystal grid, including Peach Moonstone in it. So I'm gonna reveal a little secret about Clarissa. She has 80 kids, right, Clarissa? They're all crystals. I like how you immediately went to actual kids. Oh, yeah, right. Actually, apparently the person who's had the most kids was like 69 kids in total. Could you imagine? Oh, jeez. Karma. Let me send some energy with this Peach Moonstone. But yeah, Clarissa, you do probably actually have around like 80 crystals or more. Oh, it's 444. Well, look at that. And I was seeing that earlier too. I forget where I saw it specifically, but I did end up seeing 444. And then interestingly enough, this is the card number 4. So this is likely advising there's a lot of removals coming up. Yes, Clarissa? Well, I don't know if it's specifically for you in terms of a lot of removals. Because that was more of a group reading. And kind of a forewarning. Amen, listen. Amen. Amen, Karm. How's everyone doing? I'm gonna reset the TikTok. Don't worry, we're not doing anything with the YouTube. All right. I honestly don't mind this TikTok ban. I feel a lot better not having access to it anymore. Really? Well, I mean, you still get to hang out on here. Like, we still have the YouTube. And it's not like, you know, everyone can't freely come over to this side. I mean, Clarissa teleports back and forth between the two consistently. Actually, to Clarissa, it's more Schrodinger stream. She's neither present in both, as well as present in both at the same time. She's in a constant state of existence and non-existence within each stream. She just be. That's what Clarissa is. She just be. Yes. Yes, Clarissa. You beeth. They are doing wonderful. Their energy is doing great, Clarissa. Did you want to adopt another? I know you got, yes, absolutely. I can already hear, like, Clarissa actually saying it. I want 500 of them, please, thank you. Of course you do. I want to feed them watermelon. Yes. Absolutely, Clarissa. By the end of this year, you might. Yeah, Clarissa will adopt 500 of those Phoenix energies. Your new goal. Hi Amanda, if you want a reading, it's $30. Link is in the bio for the payment, and it's a 6-minute reading. Look at Clarissa trying to gain 500 Phoenix energies. Hi Jacqueline, if you want a reading, it's $30. It's a 6-minute reading, and link is in the bio for the payment method. Which spirit animal is working with you? I mean, I could look at it, but I want to do it. I feel like I'm being pulled to check out a card for you. So I feel it'll come up. It's been a while since I've used this deck. And then we find out it's a pigeon. Interestingly enough, it looks to be a buffalo energy. I know, right? For you, that energy is a perseverance and sticking through things. Hi Angie, if you want a reading, it's $30 and it's a 6-minute reading. Link is in the bio for payments. Payment methods. Can I adopt one buffalo, please? I don't have that. I think we had like a bull statue at one point for a while, but those sold. To get you an actual buffalo. Okay, Clarissa, we'll ship a buffalo to you. Just be sure to feed it 1,000 times a day. Make sure you have a bale of hay on hand at all times. But yeah, that's a good buffalo energy for you. Larissa found the buffalo emote. Or emoji. Well, no. Would that be considered an emoji? Alright, have a good night, Raw. Buffalo emoting. Yes, you, Clarissa. Hi, Nat. If you want a reading, they're $30, and you can pay in the link in the bio. It's a 6-minute reading. Yes, you, Clarissa. Alright, I'm gonna... Hi, Riri. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Let's send some energy with the Peach Moonstone out. Calm down any energetic turmoil you all might be going through. I kind of feel a little bit of turmoil on everyone. That made my heart race a little bit. Hi, Internet. If you want a reading, it's $30, and it lasts 6 minutes. The reading. So if you would like that, the link is in the bio for the payment. What is the crystal good for healing turmoil? Peach moonstone. Peach moonstone is good for healing turmoil. It's good at kind of balancing that down and grounding it out. So that's the energy I was kind of feeling. Believe it or not, Larissa, this one's just 50. I said if you want a reading, it's $30, and the reading lasts 6 minutes. Link is in the bio for payment method. Someone needs that. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure someone needs it. It's interesting though that there are a lot of people who do want to change but don't actually want to put in the effort for change. They expect it to kind of show up on their doorstep and have to put in very little to no effort for that to happen. They continue to wish for it, but they don't take the action to push for it. And then where that kind of happens is they'll complain about their situation, which will then vampirize off of others. They'll complain about their circumstances, but not actually put in the effort to rectify the circumstances. Like, they may do it for a time. They may seek to do it for a time, but they're not consistent. They don't keep up with it. This is a fairly common thing that I've noticed. Actually, I want to read a Bible passage somewhat in relation to that. Alright, I got it. Larissa, I'll give you a hint. Which book do you think I'm going to? It's in the New Testament. It's one of the stories of Jesus. So take a guess between the stories of Jesus, directly related to Jesus. Which book do you think I'm going to? It's between Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Hi, Shani. If you want a reading, they're $30 and they're 6-minute readings. Link is in the bio for payments. Yes, it is Matthew. Which parable of Jesus am I going to read? It's multiple choice. Which parables? You know what? I'll make it multiple choice. Make it multiple choice for you. Is it the parable of the Good Samaritan, the parable of the lost sheep, the parable of the sower, or the parable of the mustard seed? The third or the last one? Well, you got it right, but I won't tell you it. Well, I will tell you which one. It's the parable of the sower. Hi, Leanne. How are you? On the same day, Jesus went out of the house and sat by the sea. And great multitudes were gathered together to him, so that he got into a boat and sat on the whole multitude. And the whole multitude stood on the shore. Then he spoke many things to them in parables, saying, Behold, a sower went out to sow. And as he sowed, some seed fell by the wayside, and the birds came and devoured them. Some fell in stony places where they did not have much earth, and they immediately sprang up because they had no depth of earth. But when the sun was up, they were scorched, and because they had no roots, they withered away. And some fell among thorns, and the thorns sprang up and choked them. Others fell on the ground and yielded a crop. Some 100-fold, some 60, some 30. He who has ears to hear, let him hear. And the disciples came and said to him, Why do you speak to them in parables? He answered and said to them, Because it has been given to you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it has not been given. For whoever has, him more will be given, and he will have abundance. But whoever does not have, even what he has will be taken away from him. Therefore I speak to them in parables, because seeing they do not see, and hearing they do not hear, nor do they understand. And in them the prophecy of Isaiah is fulfilled, which says, Hearing you will hear, and shall not understand, and seeing you will see, and not perceive. For the hearts of this people have grown dull, their ears are hard of hearing, and their eyes they have closed, lest they should see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, lest they should understand with their hearts and turn, that I should heal them. But blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. For assuredly I say to you, that the many prophets and righteous men desire to see what you see, and did not see it, and to hear what you hear, and did not hear it. Therefore, hear the parable of the sower. When anyone hears the word of the kingdom and does not understand it, then the wicked ones come and snatches it away. What was sown in the heart, this is he who received the seed by the wayside. But he who received the seed on stony places is he who hears the word and immediately receives it with joy, yet he has no root in himself, but endures only for a while. For when tribulations or persecution arises, because of the word, immediately he stumbles. Now he who received the seed among the thorns is he who hears the word, and the cares of this world and the deceitfulness of riches choke the word, and he becomes unfruitful. But he who receives seed on the good ground is he who hears the word and understands it, who indeed bears fruit and produces some 100-fold, some 60, some 30. Hi Alicia, how are you doing today? But yeah, I thought that would be a good one for you, Clarissa. Hi Phillips, welcome. Hi Robert. If you want a reading, they are $30. Link is in the bio for the payment, and it's a 6-minute reading. But yeah, I was feeling that passage for you, Clarissa. But that's also kind of I know that's specifically about the Bible and receiving the word and such. And there's many people who do want to change and become better and whatnot, and they're not able to kind of receive that energy that they need to continue making that effort and whatnot. So this can go in many things, just not even the Bible, where people may kind of give up on things prematurely and not allow it to bear fruit. So it stretches even beyond just the word. Alright, I'm gonna reset TikTok, but I'm going to just step out for like 1 minute. We're not signing off, though. It resonates very deeply, 100%. I kind of want to think of I wonder if there's a parable for, I'll see. I'll look up the parable. We'll check it out. Oh, actually, I know one. I'm actually going to, there was one parable mentioned that I am going to read, but I want to read another parable besides that I know is one of my favorites. Which passage was it? The one with the sowers is right at chapter 13. Right at the beginning of chapter 13. But I want to... I like the one where Jesus is at the synagogue and basically overturns it. That one's one of my faves. And then, but I'm gonna read another one that I think you like, that I think you appreciate. I know this one you appreciate greatly. I'm missing a page. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, actually, it's right after this one. Or no, it's before the one I was gonna read. But what do you think? A man had two sons. Actually, we're gonna go in the order of the chapter. So I'm gonna read the cleanses the temple. Then when Jesus went into the temple of God and drove out all who bought and sold in the temple and overturned. One sec, I lost my place. Who bought and sold in the temple and overturned the tables of the money changers and the seats of those who sold doves. And he said to them, "It is written, my house shall be called a house of prayer, but you have made it into a den of thieves." Then the blind and the lame came to him in the temple, and he healed them. But when the chief priests and scribes saw the wonderful things that he did, children cried out in the temple and saying, "Hosanna to the Son of David." They were indignant and said to him, "Do you hear what they are saying?" And Jesus said to them, "Yes. Have you never read, out of the mouth of babes and nursing infants you have perfected praise?" Then he left them and went out of the city to Bethany, and he lodged there. But that's very interesting, because they were they were jealous on him because he was being praised, and they condemn an innocent man because of this. And then I think you'll know this one. I'm not gonna name it. I think you'll know right away. But what do you think? A man had two sons, and he came to the first and said, "Son, go work today in my vineyard." Oh, it's not this one. I think it's another one. He answered and said, "I will not," but afterward regretted it and went. Then he came to the second and said likewise, and he answered and said, "I go, sir," but he did not go. Which of the two did the will of his father? They said to him, "The first." Jesus said to him, "Assuredly I say to you that tax collector and harlots entered the kingdom of God before you. For John came to you in a way of righteousness, and you did not believe him, but tax collectors and harlots believed him, and when you saw it, you did not afterward relent and believe him." Which was the one that I really like? I know you're gonna like this one, not this. We'll come back to chapter 22, but it's another one. I thought it was this one at first. Yes. It's in Luke. Okay, yeah. I know you like this one, Clarissa. Then he said, "A certain man had two sons, and the younger of them said to his father, 'Father, give me the portion of goods that falls to me.' So he divided them his livelihood, and not many days after, the younger son gathered all together, journeyed to a far country, and there wasted his possession with prodigal living. But when he had spent all, there arose a severe famine in that land, and he began to be in want. Then he went and joined himself to a citizen of that country, and he sent him into his fields to feed swine, and he would gladly have filled his stomach with the pods that the swine ate, and no one gave him anything. But when he came to himself, he said, 'How many of my father's hired servants have bread enough and to spare, and I perish with hunger. I will arise and go to my father, and I will say to him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and before you, and I am no longer worthy to be called your son. Make me like one of your hired servants. And he arose and came to his father, but when he was still a great way off, his father saw him and had compassion and ran and fell on his neck and kissed him. And the son said to him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and in your sight, and am no longer worthy to be called your son. But the father said to his servant, Bring out the best robe and put it on him, and put a ring on his hand, and sandals on his feet, and bring the fatted calf here and kill it. And let us eat and be merry. For this my son was dead, and is alive again. He was lost, and is found. And they began to be merry. Now his older son was in the field, and as he came and drew near to the house, he heard music and dancing. So he called one of the servants and asked what these things meant. And he said to ask him, Your brother has come. He said to him, Your brother has come, and he has received him safe and sound. Your father has killed the fatted calf. But he was angry and would not go in. Therefore his father came out and pleaded with him. So he answered and said to his father, Lo, these many years I have been serving you. I've never transgressed your commandments, and at any time, and yet you never gave me a young goat, that I might make merry with my friends. But as soon as this son of yours who came, who has devoured your livelihood with harlots, you killed the fatted calf for him. And he said to him, Son, you are always with me, and all that I have is yours. It was right that we should make merry and be glad. For your brother was dead and is alive again, and was lost and is found. I know that's one of your favorite passages, Clarissa. And I actually do feel that that's very applicable to you right now. Actually, you remember the thing we talked about a while back with the situation with your sister, right? That's exactly the case. That was exactly that energy. Well, not exactly, but it was within that energy. Do you know what I'm saying? It's a very similar energy. And then I pretty much like all of chapter 22 in Matthew. That one's a really good one. That in chapter 23, where Jesus goes on about the woes, or woe towards the scribes and Pharisees, and basically calls them all hypocrites. Oh, I gotta take this call. 1 second.